Hello, hello. Welcome to another version of 100 Days Without Horses. But I'm actually not without horses. Probably can't see them. There, I'm in the background. But I am here in Ocala staying with my horses for a few days. My good friend Rose, who's she had to go out of town, so I needed to come and hang out. Don't threaten me with a good time to see my horses. So I'm not going to be out here for very long because, as you can see, I have what I like to call a tourist tan, which is sunburn. And in Florida, that's so easy to do, especially in this intense heat. We step into spring and step into summer. So first off, I just want to say, send love to the Midwest, you guys. Send prayers and love to the Midwest. They are getting some storms, some tornadoes, some flooding, a lot of stuff happening there. So make sure you send their prayers there. And speaking of, that is where I'm headed very soon. I leave here in less than, where am I at? I think I have like 11 days. I was trying to check my calendar. I think I have 11 or 12 days. April 17th, I will be headed to the Midwest and going on what I'm dubbing the Road to the Rescue. There's like this really cool event called Road to the Horse. And then you take a horse that hasn't been handled and in 3 days do something cool with it. It's a very cool competition. But this isn't a competition. This is a contribution. And maybe it'll be a competition one of these days. I don't know. Here, let's turn it this way so you can see. But what the key piece is that if you are in my path, speaking of tornadoes, I'm going to be coming in like a tornado. If you're in my path, then I would love to talk with you. If you have a horse rescue, I would love to talk with you. If you have horses, I would love to talk with you. If you are a person that is interested in personal development, things like Tony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, all these things, I would like to talk with you because I'm doing some pretty cool stuff, you guys. I've had a lot of experience in a lot of different worlds. I've ran masterminds. I've done retreats. I've worked with Tony Robbins personally. I've done all of these things. And I'm not name dropping to say, oh, I'm important, but I've done a TED Talk and written, I've been a part of a best-selling book. And all of these things have led me to this path. And I woke up, oh my gosh, I wish I could remember the exact date, but it was right before the Super Bowl in 2013, to a message from a strange woman on Facebook about my husband, my now ex-husband. Now, these days we would be like, spam. And I kind of thought that, but she wrote in the message, she had some information that was a little too personal for just some random person to know, or somebody that, just kind of like dragged up my information. And she said, you might want to talk to your husband about where he's getting his money. And I was like, oh, that is not the kind of message you want to, wake up to. And I remember Super Bowl Sunday, like going to him and saying, I have this information and, what do you want to say for yourself? But I didn't say it like that. I actually, I was distraught, really. I got the information and I called his friend, I called his best friend and I said, Joe, what's happening? What's going on? And he was like, yeah, well, we've been trying to get a hold of him and it's been months. This has been going on for months. And I found out later it's been going on for a lot longer than months. And then I think to myself, well, you ever think to call the wife? Maybe she could have some kind of insights to this nonsense. So to find out that information was very, how shall I say, upsetting. So I kind of just sat still for a minute. I had to leave the house, so I could figure out what was happening. I read the message and I'm like, oh, lots of expletives. And then when I found out what was actually happening, the truth of it was that yes, my former relationship, my former spouse was doing not so awesome things with money, other people's money, people's 401ks, people's retirement, people's investments, and I look at that and it was a trauma for me to go through that experience, because after that I was like, well, now what? So I put everything into a storage unit and I moved out and I moved into my horse trailer for a little while. And then when that got repossessed, I moved in with she used to work for us, and she was our personal assistant and used to run my errands and do my laundry. And now I'm living on her sofa with her fiance and her dog, and trying to kind of figure out what was happening in my life. And fast forward, a lot of pain, a lot of self-doubt, a ton of criticism, and a lot of rejection, honestly. I really discovered like what it was that I wanted to do. And in 2014, my assistant and I, she wasn't my assistant at the time. Her name's Gail. She was like, we always joked around and said, I'm Oprah, she's Gail. So one of the things that we said was, what are we going to do? Like, what are we doing with this? And what we decided was that we wanted to work with rescues. And that was the whole goal. I now have the horse Bella. I don't like to say own, but I care for Bella, and I adopted her from the rescue. I adopted a couple of horses from rescues and rescued them from different areas. Like all of my horses have had some kind of traumatic experience. And if you're over the age of 4, we've all had some kind of pieces of life handed to us. And so I really started to turn my mess into my message. But, the problem was like, where is this going? And I started putting together like trainings, leadership, relationship trainings. I started doing workshops. I started having private people come out and work with me one-on-one. I was doing these small, like very intimate retreats. I finally got a little place. It was a little 2-bedroom townhouse, and when I would have people come, they would stay in my bedroom and the guest bedroom, and I would sleep on the floor in the office, so or on the air mattress. I was kind of doing just sort of anything to get this out there. And now I've pivoted yet again. I was in South Florida. I had beautiful property, beautiful facility, doing retreats. And, I realized I am hiding in plain sight. I am hiding out from what God really was wanting me to do. And it was causing me to suffer. And I had the wrong idea about what self-care was, thinking it was, cool sculpting or cool sculptors, or Botox or Botoxers. I don't care. I mean, I don't mind, do it, whatever. But I realized that self-care really meant going inside, doing the inside work and talking to source and creator and listening and meditation and caring for my body and caring for myself. And in order to be able to help others, I had to be able to help myself. And so I started doing that work, like really getting introspective. And I just kind of woke up and I was like, what am I doing? And this bougie, like, sorry, Wellington, but it's bougie down there. You guys probably would not even disagree with me. So, and it's beautiful and there's lovely people and all of these things, but it isn't where I was meant to be. And when you connect with God and source, you can determine, like, your answers will come. Your answers will come. So if you're watching this, please post a comment. Please let me know if this is your first time watching me. I'd love to say hello and get to know you. And if you are a longtime follower or a short-time follower, welcome back. But please let me know that you're watching. Let me know that you're here and this is resonating with you. Because the more I hear from you, the more I can share what pieces of wisdom I have put in my treasure chest over the last 20 years, working with natural horsemanship and working with personal development and spirituality and Joe Dispenza and theta healing. I mean, I've just kind of been eating it up for a long time while I built this thing called Zenergen. And it's Zen energy and Zen energy and I'm Jen. That's where the name came from. And my girlfriend one time, she's like, you're not very Zen. And I'm like, no, I know that I'm high energy, but I do have Zen. And that was where, like, when those still waters run deep, right? That's where the Zen comes, because that can still be like tsunami quality energy. It doesn't have to be high energy to be a powerful energy. A barge has a lot of energy, a glacier has a lot of energy, but it moves slow. And finding your Zen is what I really was doing. And finding that place, and I'm like, all right, here we are. And I'm Zen, and here I am, I'm Jen, and I'm going to go help these rescues. And that's what I've decided to do. So I got rid of everything. I sold everything, paid off like all the wolves, or most of them. I have a few more that are chewing at my leg, but that's okay, because I'm going to be harder to catch because I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to be taking this to the Midwest. I'm going to be coming back to Florida this summer, and I've already got 7 rescues lined up. So I'm going to be having a map and a calendar. Calendar's coming soon. The map takes a little bit more time for me to figure out how to do it right. But the calendar's coming so you can follow me. And if you want to be, I'm going to be in Nebraska in May. I'm going to be in Wisconsin in May. I'm going to be in the St. Louis area in May. I'm going to be in Arkansas in May. So I'm going to be kind of all over like the Midwestern states. And it was interesting because I saw a map of like where all of the population of horses are. And I was like, this is exactly my trip. So Florida, I take I-10, I-35, I-90, I-95, and we just go that route. And so if you're a rescue or you're somebody that wants to do something, I'd ask for nothing from the rescue. Like I don't like, that's not my goal. My goal is to come to you and give to you, help you with the horses. Like we're doing the workshops on Friday. We come out and I work with the staff and the horses. On Saturday, I do a clinic, a workshop, and a fundraiser. We hopefully get some news channels out there talking about what the rescue's up to. And on Sunday, we'll do a brunch in the barn, bringing out the VIPs, the major donors, and the board members and the major players that to say, okay, how did it go? What's the next step? What's the vision for this rescue, and how can I help? So I've created something called the Zen Club that's a part of it. And I'm going to put an opportunity for you to join. I'm just come in for free right now. Come in. I'm giving a self-discovery short course inside that, and just check it out. Poke around, check it out. Very soon, it's going to be a paid membership. It is already, but you can come in for free for now. But on April 15th, it's going to be, let's go. We're off to the races. So if you want to jump in and see what it's about, I do weekly meditations. There's really a great opportunity to learn about things like theta healing. We're bringing in other practitioners. If you're a practitioner that has an area of expertise that would like to be featured in my community, please write me. I would love to hear from you, because this is my work. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to be helping people, helping horses, helping people, helping horses, helping people, help horses, help people, help horses, right? All through the rescues. I look at it and, you don't go to a rescue and go, oh my God, this is going to be a cash cow, but it can be. It can be an opportunity to really add value to the rescue. So they can, because we're just going to share everything, right? It's my platform, your people, let's make some stone soup together. Right. So we're blending ecosystems, and I'm coming in and we're bringing in all of the tribes and saying, let's work together. Let's cooperate and collaborate instead of compete and criticize. Let's communicate and create community. So that's what I'm doing with the Zen Club. And if you are interested in joining, I would love it. It's inexpensive, but it's absolutely critical to the support as we continue to build a grassroots effort. A dear friend of mine was telling me about a community that he built, and it had over 25,000 members that like $20 a month, do the math, right? But what got me on that part was, oh my God, how many horses could we save? And then he said he wanted a new pool deck for his pool, and he wanted to resurface it or whatever, and it was going to cost around $80,000. And I was like, wow. And he goes, all I did was I put together a course and I put it out to my community, and I had that 80 grand like that. And I don't remember the details of it, but I remember how fast, and my assistant Gail and I looked at each other and we were like, did you just like, oh my God, that could go to an auction house and buy up all the horses. Not one kill buyer would buy one. We could go to ones that are on the truck on the way to the border and say, stop, we want these horses. It will help us help them in a deeper way, in a deeper, more profound way. And I don't know, I don't know why it's taken me so long to talk about this openly, but it's because, and it doesn't matter what the because is, but trust me when I say there was a lot of criticism, a lot of objections, a lot of people rejecting me and challenging me and saying that it's about me and the money and I'm all about it, and judgment. Oh my God, the judgment, and when you're doing work that people don't understand or really know what it's about, it's tough to be a blue ocean strategy. It's tough to be in the big white blue, with everybody pulling at you. And that's been my journey. And I've been, beat down and knocked down. That's a country song, right? And that's what I felt like when I woke up to that Facebook message, because I lost my home, I lost my husband, I wasn't too sad about the husband part, but I was, I lost what was seemingly like everything. And that's what just happened now too. But this one was intentional. This one was me going, God, guide me. What am I supposed to do with all of this that I've built? Everything that I've experienced, from the pain, the trauma, losing my brother to a drug overdose, losing my miniature horse from being attacked and kicked to death by other miniature horses. Like all of these things all played into this puzzle of where I'm supposed to go and how I'm supposed to serve. And it's me coming to rescues. It's me coming, even if you're not a rescue and you have a barn, you would like to have a clinic or a workshop or a play day or something fun, a meet and greet, a brunch in the barn. Dude, I'm there. I'm there. I got it, have car wheel drive. And especially if you're right along my path in the month of May, or if you're in the southern states after the first part of June, let me know. I will be there. And in the meantime, join my community, join my Zen club, bring some of this power to community together. I do a monthly exclusive live. There's different tiers where you can join in. This is for this, whatever. But it's all here in the spirit of helping horses, because horses help people. If you've ever been around a horse, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And yeah, we can all go out in the field and make a noise like a carrot and all feel better. But this is deep. This is deep work. It's powerful and it's important. And it's important that I get this out there to more and more people. So if you're seeing this live and you want to join, great. If you aren't ready to join, but you love the mission, share my stuff, comment, help me get this out there. Help me get this out there. And the cool thing is that this isn't just like, oh, here, give me your dollars. Like, this is actually a really valuable stuff, guys. Like the stuff we're talking about, boundaries, trust, leadership, communication, all of these things, doing corporate development workshops. If you have a small business, I'll do a workshop for you. I'm here to serve, and I have no shame. I have nothing to lose, and I have everything to gain, because I am here by the grace of God. Thank you, Creator. It is done. It is done. It is done. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that all of you that are watching are getting something valuable out of just even hearing this and being inspired by somebody that took it all and said, I'm going to follow this path, right? And believing in myself, no matter what anybody else had to say. Anybody, people I trusted, people that were mentors. I had mentors like coming, people that I was looked up to and were like, you suck. And I'm like, I guess I suck. And I realized that I don't. I realized that I don't suck. I realized that I have a lot to offer. I'm really good with horses. I'm really good communicator. I have a way with words. And so do you. And that's just it. It really just comes with the belief in yourself. Most of the times when you say something stupid or do something stupid is because you have a lack of belief in the power that's inside you. And like Tony wrote a great book, Unleash the Power Within, so you can believe in who you are and know yourself, love yourself, and believe in yourself on April 5th at 5:55 Eastern Time. It will change your life. Thank you for tuning in. For those that did, if you're watching the replay, thank you. And please join in this community of saving horses and changing lives. Take care. God bless.